Okay, good morning. This was supposed to be a Facebook Live, but as you can see, I'm sitting on the edge of the world here. And apparently, I don't have enough internet connection to do live. So I wanted to come from here just because it's such an inspirational place and give you my Happiness Habits Challenge, day 7. So sorry it's not live, but hey, it's a video. I'm alive doing this. And hopefully this worked for you. Today, day 7 is a big day. I'm gonna just quickly recap the first 6 of the happiness habits that we've talked about every day for the last 7 days. Starting with day 1, defining what happiness is for you. What does it look and feel like? And just getting really clear on that piece for yourself. Number 2 is living in the present moment. Gotta be honest, I'm living in the present moment right now and I'm pretty much loving it. But I know I'm not always gonna be sitting, on the cliff edge overlooking the beautiful Pacific Ocean. But to be present in the moment now, whatever now is for you, and find gratitude in that moment. Number 3, stop overthinking. That robs us of happiness because it leads to analysis paralysis, procrastination, all of those things that are not happiness producing. That was 3. Number 4 is focusing on a positive outcome. So you want to look for what's right, what's going right, not what's going wrong. And the more you look for that, the more you'll find, and the more happy you will feel. Number 5 is let go of a specific outcome. So we don't want to be attached to how it looks. Sometimes the detours are better than the original destination and they bring us bigger blessings. So trust and let go and move forward. Number 6, don't be afraid to fail. Failure is necessary and for growth. So it's a must. It's going to happen. Go ahead and embrace it and find out what you can learn from the failure. Even though, hey, it doesn't feel good, I'll admit that. But okay, ready, day 7. We're already 2 minutes in. This is a big one, and I just want to talk a little bit about it. So it is let go of grudges. When you're holding on to resentment, anger, frustration with others, whatever it might be, that fills your cup. And there's no room for happiness to live there when that's the predominant emotion that you're holding is anger, frustration, resentment, all of those. You got to let them go and let your happiness cup fill back up. So I know this is a big one. People like, oh, they really did me wrong, and I was a victim of something terrible, whatever it might be. And if I forgive them, then it's letting them off the hook. I hear that a lot. So if I offer forgiveness, then it makes it okay what they did. And that's actually not true. So I really want to help people shift that paradigm or that belief that it's letting people off the hook that hurt you. It's not. What it is it's you letting go of the poison and the toxicity of holding on to that pain, that hurt, that grudge, that resentment, that anger, that rage, whatever it might be. When you're holding it, you're the one consuming the poison and doing continual damage to yourself. And so forgiveness is a choice, and it's a gift for you. It's not to let someone off the hook. So I just want to make that point pretty clear. Love to have more conversation about it if it is kind of a stickler for you. And I know it is for a lot of people. So, but I want you to really, in the spirit of these happiness habits, really think about today. Who do I need to forgive? What grudge can I let go of? How can I invite more happiness into my life and peace? Letting go of the grudge. So that is number 7. It's a biggie. I do want to share one more thing. It's called Ho'oponopono, and I learned it a little over a year ago. It has been life-changing. By the sounds of the name, it's Hawaiian. It's an ancient Hawaiian healing prayer, and it's 4 sentences, really simple. I'll put them in the comments. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And you wouldn't believe the power that lives in Ho'oponopono when you offer that to yourself and to those that you need to forgive. So there's a book, I'm going to also pop this in the comments, called Zero Limits, and it's how I was introduced and learned more about Ho'oponopono, and it's written by Joe Vitale. It's called Zero Limits. But essentially kind of what hooked me in is learning the story of Dr. Hugh Lin. Was hired to be a psychologist or psychiatrist I guess I should get that right, for a high security prison in Hawaii that was so toxic the paint wouldn't even stick on the walls. The employees were sick all the time. The inmates, it was the worst of the worst situation. And the staff psychiatrist or psychologist, sorry, I don't remember, would never stay. So Dr. Hewlin agreed to take the job. He said, but I'm going to do it my way, and I'm never going to see a patient, or never see an inmate. And he didn't, but he sat in his office with each one of these files of all of these inmates and did this Ho'oponopono prayer I just taught you, and did it over and over, day after day, day after day, for, I don't remember forgive me for not knowing, maybe you'll have to read the book yourself and I should reread it, but over a period of time just did this. And miraculously, these inmates, they shifted, they changed. The prison actually became a pretty happy place. There was tennis tournaments between the inmates and the staff. It was a completely different environment, and eventually the prison shut down. It wasn't needed anymore, and it was all really started with this Dr. Hewlin and the Ho'oponopono. So I wanted to read more about that story. I read the book and just really dove deep into Ho'oponopono, and it is a beautiful and simple way to do number 7, let go of grudges, and just live in more peace and harmony, and which leads to more happiness, which is, here we are, that's what we're talking about. So I hope you have an amazing day. I know this video is a little longer, I just had a little more to share with you on Ho'oponopono, and would love to chat more, if there is more you'd like to know, and I again will pop in the comments. So that's it for me. I'm gonna go finish my run before my next client, and I hope you have an amazing day.